It was a young lady that used to come here, and she was sleeping in Charles Hatley Park, and she was pregnant, and she used to come here every day to get food, and we were able to take care of her.
Had the chance to experience a day what it's like to be at the pantry, and we got a couple Q&A questions to end the day with. So first question is, was taking care of the community always a passion for you?
Well, I always had a passion for people, taking care of people that, has a need, or they just need extra help, or it's a place in their life where I can fill a gap. So that has always been me as a person, always trying to fill the gap for people. So that's what I'm here at the Village doing, filling gaps for these families and individuals and what they're missing. So yes, it's always been a passion for me. You need a walker or something? You need a walker? Do you need a walker? Do we got walkers in the back, Auntie? Yeah,
I got
you okay, Mama? We got you.
What does a day consist of at the pantry?
Well, every day is different, especially dealing with, individuals, different personalities, different walks of life. But every day at the pantry is an experience that makes you grateful for the little things that you have at your house, as far as bread, eggs, milk, rice, cereal, oatmeal, just the bare necessities that some of these people don't have. It makes me be a little bit more grateful just to have the little things that I have at home, even though we find ourselves saying that we fall short of something. Believe me, we're more blessed than others. So here at the Village, we operate on a 3-tier food feeding system so that we combat food waste and food insecurity at the same time. For our houseless population, we fix a bag, which is, we call it a non-perishable bag, and it has items so that they can eat all day without their food spoiling. Our second tier is the microwave meal bag, and that's for people that are in a shelter, room at home, halfway home, elders, and now with the economy being so bad, we have many people that come and get their lunch for today. And our third tier is a family bag, which are individuals and families that have a home. They come here and they receive these bags so that they can cook their meals at home, so that we're combating food waste and food insecurity at the same time. So that's why we created this food system, because not everyone has a home to cook their meals, and that's how most food banks operate. They just give cooking contents. But what about these other levels of eating? Just because I don't have a home, that doesn't mean that I should not have these options to still be able to eat every day.
For the viewers that's watching, is there any way that they could donate and help?
Of course, we have a website. Our website is www.villagefreedge.com. Our Instagram is Village Fridge, spelled the same way I spelled the website. And we keep all our updates and everything there. We have a link on our website where you can become a weekly or a monthly or a one-time donor. And we always welcome anyone down here that has free time to come and volunteer so that they can get the experience of working and taking care of the village. We started the Village in August of 2020. In the height of the pandemic, we started with only community refrigerators, and in this community, the need heightened over time. And partner with Roots Collective, they were able to donate this space, which we transformed into the Village Pantry. And we're not only a pantry, we give clothes, shoes, baby essentials, home essentials. We have assisted with living conditions, people with jobs. Anything someone comes to this door and asks us, could we assist them with, we basically try to make it happen if it's in our means of making it happen, or we reach out to resources that are within our connections and we try to get them the things that they need.
Where do you plan to take the pantry in the next 10 years?
In the next 10 years, I want to have community grocery stores in different cities operating off a point-based system and operating off the same 3-tier system that we created, but on a more upscale level, so that they come in with a card and they're able to shop for things that they want versus us giving them a base of things. They can actually come in and say, okay, I need cucumbers, or I need bell peppers, or I need an onion, or I need bread or lunch meat, so that they could just get exactly what they need, instead of us, like, we just have a base of what we think people need. But I think as far as like how I am, I want people to be able to actually come in and shop to get what they need. So that's my future. Most of our food that we get rescued from Trader Joe's or any other supermarkets, most of the meat that gets rescued, we prepare them here in the kitchen, and we make the microwavable meals here on site, so that we're not providing them with store-bought products that are high in sodium. We're still trying to keep them healthy even in their situations.
What motivates you through the tough times here? Like them days when you wake up like, I don't feel like doing nothing.
What motivates me through the tough times of the growth of the village is the faces and the names, and knowing some of these people's situations, because I prided myself on getting to know the people that we are serving every day, instead of just saying, here, take this bag, or here, take what you need. So I got to know their names, their stories, their walks of life. No, you're welcome, Thomas. Harry, what's going on with you? Yeah, I see that. What's up, Frida? Okay, baby, here. And sometimes they're children and siblings and things of that nature. So I curated more of like a family feel here versus just serving and just like, here, take that. So it's more of a family that we have curated here.
Okay.
Every day I get up, I'm like, I got this many people counting on me. Crazy.
Can you give me like one of your favorite moments since you started this?
Dang, that's hard. I have a lot of moments. But my most favorite moment is, it was a young lady that used to come here, and she was sleeping in Charles Hatley Park, and she was pregnant, and she used to come here every day to get food, and we were able to take care of her. She's in a shelter now, and when she has those rough mommy days, between me and my mom, we babysit the kid for her, so that she has that little free space to do whatever she needs to do for that day. So, that child isn't hurt in a garbage can or abused. I just try to help her in that situation. So that's one of my favorite moments.
If somebody out here, trying to start a pantry or food bank too, what advice would you give them?
To make sure that you're filled with passion and ambition and love for serving people, because sometimes your love and your passion tank could run a little low. So try to keep those filled up, so that you're not serving out of, people should just be grateful that you're here doing the job. If you're not out here coming to serve with passion and to fulfill these little gaps and things that people need, don't start. But starting the groundwork is just building your resources so that you have places to get food, you have places for money, because these things take funds and you need food to run the organization. So just building those resources first, because I jumped straight out here with no resources, just me and my family's funding and some of my cousin and his business partner resources. But over the time we have been able to sustain, because we have built a line of resources to help us take care of the village. This is not no joke, okay? People be thinking it's a joke in here. This is not a joke in here. This is a real live operation.
Real operation.
Every day I be asking myself, what the hell did I get myself into? I really do.
What's the toughest obstacle you would say is in this career or business?
The toughest obstacle is the funding to run every month, just having the resources to run every month, and the hands on deck to help you carry out the vision, because some people think that they can do this by themselves, or it's no I in team. You definitely need a team to carry out your vision. You start out by yourself, but to make it effective and efficient, you definitely need a team.
How are the donations?
They
Better? Be better.
But I'm appreciative for you guys that stock up and then. Be careful, baby. Stock up and bring it.
Did it come?
Yeah, I'm gonna need it again. Okay. You wanna take that in? I'll sit these right here and then you can come back and get it.
What would Rena tell her 16-year-old self?
What would I tell my 16-year-old self?
Like, what kind of advice would you give yourself? Would you see yourself like doing this when you were 16? Like, what would you tell yourself?
To be honest, I didn't see myself having a community pantry. My 16-year-old self seen me as a pediatric surgeon or a nurse. And I definitely went far off of that venture of being a pediatric nurse or a surgeon. I would tell my 16-year-old self to keep, my mind open and definitely don't tie myself down to a specific journey or goal. Just be open and flow with whatever lane or avenue helps you navigate to your end goal.
Okay, thanks. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you for having me, giving me your time, you feel me, enough to film you and get some questions about this. Really appreciate that.
And I thank you for bringing your podcast and your audience to the Village and to bring awareness and visuality to the Village and what we're on the ground doing, because we're not only a food source, we are taking care of people on so many different levels. And I thank you for shedding light on that.
Anytime. Any last thing you want to say? Any
Nope,
drops?
that's it.
Okay.